The Club, Level 2 in Sifu. It's very difficult. Various outlets have reported a 27 to 33% completion rate, with just 11% going on to finish Level 3. Probably because they didn't make it out with enough lives, realized they'd have to play through Level 2 again to get out with more, and they gave up. This level has been updated to be a little less brutal, but really not by much. Any new player is still gonna suffer. Leaving aside debates over whether the level is too hard or should be changed, etc., I'm just going to focus on what you need to know to get through the club as it currently stands. So get your blocking finger ready and grab a sweat rag because it's going to get hot in here. Welcome to the breadline. The Club is a brutal, unforgiving level, appearing when new players are barely starting to understand basic concepts of Sifu. It throws large numbers of enemies at you, the final boss is confusing and throws out low attacks that for many people will be hard to react to. Leading up to the final boss are multiple trials with basically mini-boss encounters, several challenging and confusing enemy types are introduced, and the unlockable shortcut doesn't take you nearly as far as the shortcuts in other levels. Whereas in level 3 and 5, there are shortcuts that basically go straight to the boss. Level 2's shortcut still makes you go through the opening club fight, the kick lady, the outside ambush, this crazy chick, another crazy chick with a staff, then 2 oppressive fighters with weird timing to dodge their structure break attack, and it's really hard to fight both of them at the same time. Then you get to fight Sean, and you die before you even understand what he's doing, and you gotta do it all over again. Before we get into the level breakdown, let's go over some essential basics. Focus bar. Don't forget to use your focus bar, it's a lifesaver. It can open up a difficult heavy guy into a combo, it can land a killing blow on a troublesome enemy. If you use the eye gouge focus attack, you can pretty much always land 2 heavy attacks into sweep, even on a boss. Remember that focus recharges a little with every attack you do, whether it hits or gets blocked, and with every successful attack you avoid. If you need some more focus bar, use a low stress fight to build some. Directional Throw. It's very easy to forget about this move, but it's one of the most important moves you have when you're trying to control the fight. Pressing square and X on PlayStation or Y and A on Xbox, and any direction of your choice, you'll push an opponent away, towards a wall for big damage and stun, or towards other enemies to push them back and get some space. Directional Throw only works after parries or during stun windows, so if you're like me and you suck at parrying, don't worry. Just avoid an attack and counter hit with heavy punch and then throw the enemy wherever you want. You can throw at any point during the stun window, so you can land a counter hit and then easily get a triple heavy combo into throw. Use it, it makes a difference. Palm Strike. Similar to Directional Throw, Palm Strike will push enemies away from you or into walls. It can be done at any time. For a small punish, you can do heavy attack into Palm Strike, or heavy Palm Strike, or light Palm Strike, or snap kick Palm Strike. Mix it in here and there for crowd control. If you input it backwards, you get a flying kick that pushes enemies away. Incredibly effective at getting approaching enemies to back off. Heavy attacks into sweep. It can be hard to get a long combo when you're being attacked on all sides, so sometimes you just want to hit once and then sweep. It puts an enemy on the ground so you can focus on someone else, or use the ground attack to escape sources of danger. Connecting a sweep to the end of a triple heavy combo is a good way to pretty much guarantee a knockdown. Sweeps are great for regaining control over a situation. Like Palm Strike, this can be inputted backwards to knock down approaching enemies behind you. Input buffering. Sifu has a generous input window for your special attacks. If you do something like heavy sweep, input the sweep long before it's actually going to come out. The game remembers your inputs and the attack will come out on the first available frame. Snap Kick. Snap Kick is a wonderful unlockable upgrade that lets you close space between you and the enemy. You can stay at a distance and test the waters, throwing out a kick here and there. If it connects, follow up with a sweep. Raining Strikes. This unlockable upgrade is excellent for easy punishes. On a counter hit, do heavy and then pause, then heavy again for raining strikes. Then you can palm strike to push them away, do a sweep to knock them on the ground. Raining strikes is great when you're not ready to start thinking about what combo you want to do. Light heavy. This is a very reliable string that starts quickly and pushes enemies far away from you. It also knocks them hard into a wall for more damage. Alright, let's get into the level. The bouncer outside the club is an important enemy to understand because the low tier enemies pretty much all have his attacks. He has two main attacks to look out for. He'll either come at you with a slow flying punch or two jabs, avoid and counter hit, then connect to sweep. If you get too aggressive and he blocks you, he'll probably answer with a charge kick to break your structure or elbow strike and a jab. You can avoid these and punish. Get used to these patterns, you'll see them a lot. The room leading to the dance floor has two deceptively dangerous enemies that don't die quickly, but they're close to the wall. Run in and light heavy to push the first guy into the wall, and then sweep to put both on the ground. If they don't both fall, don't worry about it. The wall damage will destroy the second guy. From here, watch out for the flying punch or the two jabs. Avoid and punish. If you end up having to fight both guys at once, don't overextend. And keep your punishes short. Sweeping these enemies will reduce how often you're dealing with both at once. Once you've killed one of them, the next guy is easy. Run behind the desk for a free kill to get health if you need it. Grab the bat on your way out. Next is the dance floor, which sometimes feels like a breeze and sometimes kicks your ass. Run straight ahead and smack the girl for an instant kill, and take out the dude on her left. From here, I like to dash out and use the bat a little more. Watch out for this guy in the black, he has a lot more HP than the others. Save him for last if you can. While you're landing your counter hits, focus on short punishes. Heavy into sweep, or light heavy to push away. Step back, don't let yourself get surrounded. Treat it like if you were really in this fight. Watch your space, use snap kick to dodge in and out. Don't forget to use the bottles around the room, there's plenty. And when it's just you and the guy in black, wait for the counter hit, and unload a full heavy combo on him. Next is the kicking chick. An easy way to dispose of her is to keep your distance at first, and then run in with a snap kick into sweep. Take the ground damage. Then burn your focus bar and destroy her with heavy attacks. If you don't have focus, you can look for more snap kick sweeps, or you can try to punish one of her strings. Don't try to memorize every attack she does. You're gonna get confused. Let's just look at two. The spinning low string and the jab low string. If she winds up a spinning kick, it means she's gonna do a high kick and probably another sweep, which you can avoid punish with heavy into raining strikes or heavy into sweep. The other string starts with a jab, which goes right into sweep. If you're looking out for those two strings, you can up avoid over the sweep and punish. Keep your punishes short unless you land a heavy stun, which is indicated by a more dramatic slow motion effect and sound effect. Grab the shrine, and I'm gonna recommend that you put some points into regaining your structure after a successful avoid. If you've already unlocked the shortcut, skip to this time code. Taking the left exit, you've got a simple goon fight until you get upstairs. Be wary of this guy in the red hoodie. If you haven't already seen a buffed enemy in this area, do not kill him with a takedown because he'll go crazy and get powered up. In the next room, you have a few more goons, and the last girl in the next room will surrender. Now, you've got the two fat guys. You need to understand how to fight them. They have two major attacks to look out for, the grab and the 4-punch string. Do not try to dash out of the grab. You need to avoid it. When you see it, hold block and press down. You can get a full punish on this, 3 heavies into sweep. The 4-punch string has a rhythm of 1, 1, 2, 1. You can learn to avoid all of them, but the most important is the last one, so you can get your full punish. Try to focus on one of them, because fighting 2 at once can cause real problems. In the upstairs bar, you'll see 2 of the kicking chicks. Look to your left and grab a bottle. Use it to dizzy the girl behind the bar and get a takedown. There's another bottle on the bar and more by the couches. Use them to stun and combo the second chick. Stay away from when she's jumping over the bar. She comes down with a devastating attack. When you dive into the little boxing area, do your best to take down 2 guys as quickly as possible. Use the walls, use your counter hit combos into Directional Throw, and your light heavy string to use the walls for extra damage. You've got another fat guy here, so watch out for that grab in the 4-punch string. Use focus if you need it. Entering the next room, we have our first elite guard. The string you need to look out for is punch into structure break punch. The structure break punch is delayed. You can avoid it with block and down, but you gotta learn the timing of it. His attacks are slow compared to what you're used to guarding against, and the delay is gonna throw you off. Watch it and time the attacks. Punish with triple heavy into sweep. If you can, get triple heavy into palm strike and then chase him down by running and then sweep him. You have to learn how to fight this enemy. If you don't, you're screwed. Punch, punch, delay, punch. Don't worry about the other strings for now. If you can master that one, he's done. When you get to the gym, you do not have to fight these guys. Only do it if you want the XP and the points. Grab the shrine in the corner and tell the guy you're ready. Alright, the next room can be tough. It's a long fight with high health goons. It's very tempting to smack the girl through the right door and get the takedown. Don't do it. She will probably transform. Kill her conventionally. You won't be able to kill enemies that quickly here, so when you land your counter hits, work in directional throws to control the room. Use the walls. There's also multiple weapons in this space, several sticks and bricks. Use them. Upstairs is a very dangerous mini-boss. Make sure you have focus ready for her. She has the triple delay punch like the mini-boss from the last fight, and she throws in a lot more craziness. Grab a stick or a brick and throw it at her to stun. Run in and do heavy into palm strike to push her down the stairs. If it doesn't work, use focus and try it again. Run into the next mini-boss and chunk something at her. Run up to her and hit heavy into sweep. This will disarm her, because you don't want her to have a staff. Grab her weapon and then stand back and wait for her to be aggressive. Throw the staff at her and go for a heavy combo. Grab another staff and repeat until she's dead. If you're fighting her conventionally and she has a staff, block her string and wait for the fourth attack to counter her. Leaving this room, I do not recommend bringing a staff. You're about to fight two elite guards and both can use staffs. They'll probably end up with it and that's bad news. Head right and go for the girl first, she has less HP. That's sexist. Bait her into attacking you and remember 2 slow punches and then a delayed punch. Punish hard, triple heavy into sweep and take the ground damage. Try to isolate her if you can, use a focus attack if you need to. This is one of the hardest rooms in the level, even after the nerf. It's okay to get frustrated. You may lose a few lives here, it's okay. Just watch for that third delayed punch, and punish. Both of them will eat 3 heavies into sweep every time. If they're both close, they'll attack you at the same time and it can be really tricky to avoid all their attacks, so you gotta focus on killing one. Pass through the giant doors and grab the final shrine. Now we're at the boss man himself, Sean. Grab a staff off the wall. There are plenty. Just like the girl with the staff, you can use staff throw to knock him out of his attack animation and get a heavy into sweep or heavy into raining strikes. Keep it simple. You'll want to be ready to throw those 2 heavies out there for when you get the heavy stun on him and you can do a full 4-hit heavy string into knockdown. Stay away from the pillars. They will totally throw the camera off and you'll die because you can't see what you're doing. Stay in the center. Only run to the sides to pick up another staff, and you can attack with the staff to do more structure damage to him. Phase 1 Sean is all high attack. He has 2 main attack strings to watch out for. First, where he comes in swinging his left arm high, and then he spins his staff at you twice. Block the first hit, and then duck under the other 2. Punish with light heavy. This will hit him 3 times and always knock him down. And second, where he comes in with a shoulder charge into 3 staff swings. Overhead, sideways, and upwards. All 4 of these attacks come out with pretty much the same rhythm. So after the shoulder, you can avoid, and punish. If you can nail these 2 strings, you're golden for the first phase. Keep in mind that you're going to be dodging a lot, which means you're charging focus, so hit him with those focus attacks. Phase 2 is where the pain begins. Sean starts attacking with a sweep, though not nearly as much as he used to before the patch. He used to mix in the sweep a lot after his shoulder charge, now he hardly ever does it. So you won't see it nearly as much, but the trade-off is that you'll be expecting it less, making it harder to react to, and now it's a punishable move. There's actually a reward for hopping the sweep, which I think is pretty nice. You can simplify a lot of this fight by just always blocking the first 2 attacks he does, then you're looking to avoid the follow-up and wait for a punish. The key to punishing Sean in this fight is to watch for the follow-up to the overhead. If Sean leads with a sweep and decides to follow up, it will always be the overhead. So sweep, overhead. If he starts with a shoulder, he might go into the sweep, but it's probably the overhead. Any way you look at it, that overhead is coming. Start making a note of it, because after the overhead, you want Sean to do 2 more attacks. Sideways swing and upward swing. Avoid them both and punish. If he only does 1 or none, he might backdash away. You want him to do both attacks after the overhead. The avoid rhythm of overhead, sideways swing, and upward swing is the same as it was in Phase 1. The other string you're going to punish is the same one from Phase 1. He swings high and then does 2 quick swings that you avoid and punish. Eventually, he's going to start working in an attack string that starts with a sideways swing into upward swing, like the punishable string ender you're looking for, but it's a trick. He follows it up with an overhead smash, which you'll need to avoid and punish, because if it hits you, it hurts. Sean is a very intimidating boss to a new player because he's so fast and offensive, but he's actually quite simple. If you just stand and hold block and then avoid the follow-up, you're good. And there you have it, that's my guide to the club level in Sifu. I'm no pro at this game, I'm not a speedrunner, I'm just trying to help people the best I can. I'm sure there are better strategies for everything here, and there's plenty of cheese tactics I could have mentioned. There's gonna be a lot of comments of, I can't believe you didn't recommend this move or this technique. Let me know below how we can better help people get through this level, cause the more people that play Sifu, the more people will have discovering cool stuff. That's all for now, I hope you found something useful here. I'm Under the Mayo, and I'll see you next time on The Breadline.